if you attend that course and follow the instructions and practice, you will be able to comfortably take out man-sized targets at 500 meters. That's the rifleman's quarter mile. And that's how we won the revolution against the British, by having that skill set. So a rifle allows you to project yourself. Handguns, they allow you to fight your way back to your rifle or your shotgun. Handguns are purely defensive tools, typically for extremely close quarter combat situations or encounters. You don't want to bring a handgun to a gunfight. You want to bring a handgun to let you fight your way back to your rifle or shotgun. So I'll be speaking more about firearms tomorrow. So the other thing is training. Today you still can get training at world-class facilities such as Gun Sight in Arizona, Front Sight in Nevada, Lethal Force Institute in New Hampshire, SIG Academy in New Hampshire. Go to one of these schools. Make the investment in yourself so you are competent and capable with the firearm. Hopefully you'll never be called to use it, but I'd rather have the skill and never need it than the other way around. Ammo. You're going to need a lot of ammo. Buy it, practice with it, train with it. Lights. You see I've got quite a bit of gear on my various assorted weapons here. Lights give you an advantage of being able to obviously see in the dark. With the laser I can target people or things that I need to shoot. The light also allows you to make sure of what your target is. You are responsible for every bullet that leaves the muzzle of your gun. Make sure of your target and what's behind it. Additionally, I told you, a gunfight is probably the least likely thing to happen to you. What's probably one of the most important things about protecting yourself? Fire extinguisher. Multiple fire extinguishers. I have them in my car. I have them on every floor of my house. Very, very important. And a lot of people don't think about it. Together with the detectors, the fire detector, the carbon monoxide detector. You know, a sturdy knife, and then, you know, your Bible, your Torah, whatever. That's been comforting and protecting people for 2,000 years plus. If you must, if you can't stay, if you cannot stay home, and you want to stay home, believe me, you never want to be hot, sweaty, tired, dirty, carrying a huge pack around somewhere. So if you've gone through the decision tree and it tells you time to leave, well, then you're going to want to have a bug-out bag. You may have heard the term bug-out bag. Every member of your family should have a bug-out bag. I have this backpack in the house. I always have an extra. It's an ugly old bag in my car full of supplies that I will need should I get stranded somewhere. I'm from Colorado, and we spend a lot of time in the mountains in the winter, so I've always got my ropes and axes and everything you can imagine. I also keep a small portable version with me just about everywhere I go. So, what is it? Why? Well, we just understood that you need food, water, shelter, protection. So, protection, food, water, shelter, clothing, hygiene, light, fire, documentation. That's a very important one. If your house should be gone tomorrow, God forbid, and the power is out, and you can't get to your bank, and you can't get to the internet, and your ID is gone, and your passport, and your driver's license, and your mortgage documents, it's going to be a little tough restarting your life. So I highly recommend you identify, you gather together all of your key documents, your marriage certificates and driver's licenses and insurance papers and scan them. Scan them and put them on a little secure digital key. So if you need to restart your life somewhere, it's a lot easier if you can prove who you are right off the bat. Also, keep duplicate copy in a bank box somewhere else. That'll make it easy. But people don't think about things like these, but I've lived in different countries, and when you move to different countries and you have to register and this and that, it's a nightmare. So just trying to get my driver's license in California when I came back here last time was a nightmare. Get your papers together, keep them in a safe in your house, obviously. Keep a digital version somewhere, maybe with a friend or a family member in a different town. Store them on the internet somewhere if you want, but have your documents taken care of. Cash, we spoke about it. Cash is king. Communications, by that I mean your walkie-talkies. Your cell phones probably will not work. Hopefully your walkie-talkies will work. You ought to also have in your bag paper, notebook paper, Sharpies, thumbtacks, plastic bags. If you have to leave and you didn't get all the members of your family together, you're going to want to tack a message up on the front door or back door or whatever of your house, someplace that person will know to look, so he or she knows where to come and find you, or when to meet up, or how to communicate with you. People don't think about that very often. There is a very poignant scene in a movie called Enemy at the Gates. Has anyone seen it? It was a sniper duel between a Russian and a German sniper in the Battle of Stalingrad 60 years ago. In any case, the Russians are evacuating the city by boat, and there's a scene of a desperate, heartbroken mother scribbling a note to her family, stapling it or putting a thumbtack to a tree by the harbor where they're all leaving and kissing the note. Who knows if she ever saw them again. So communications are important, including primitive communications such as pen and paper. Navigation, compasses. Learn to use a compass. Your GPS may not be dependable. First aid. I've got first aid kits everywhere. There are some very good first aid kits. Johnson & Johnson makes them. You can buy them at Walmart or REI or any camping store. Adventure medical kits. I almost always have some sort of first aid kit with me. And here's a little tip. There's a great product called Quick Clot. Quick Clot. It's been used overseas in the sandbox in Iraq and Afghanistan by our troops. Get a gunshot, you take this little product, open it up. It's a sponge with some special chemistry on it. Slap it on the wound. You will not bleed to death. I heard it burns like hell, but it beats the alternative. So, and I bought mine at Cabela's when I went hunting in Argentina last year. I made sure I had Quick Clot. Fortunately, I didn't have to need it. Entertainment. It's going to be boring and miserable and terrible if you have to evacuate. Pretty easy to have a deck of cards or something of that nature in your bug-out bag. A sturdy knife. I recommend a sturdy belt knife that won't break. You can use to pry things open, as well as a pocket knife or two. Bolt cutters. Bolt cutters could be extremely important. Fences, gates locked, and you know what? It's not stopping me. If I have to go that way, I'm going. I keep those in my vehicle. A multi-tool, very important. You never know whether you're going to need an Allen wrench or to sew somebody up or chop something down. Multi-tools are fantastic. A Sharpie, notebook, and tacks, as I mentioned, for leaving messages for people and even writing on people.